All right, let's talk about a challenge that honestly plagues just about every big company out there. It's this huge gap, this canyon between their old, aging data systems and the amazing promise of an AI-powered future. It's a massive data divide, and today we're going to look at how one company, Zat Systems, is focused on building the bridge.
So let me just ask you a question, and it's one that probably keeps a lot of tech leaders up at night. Is your data holding your business back? Because for so many companies, the answer is a big, frustrating yes. I mean, think about it. Your most critical information, the very lifeblood of your business, might actually be the anchor that's weighing you down.
And this is really the heart of the issue. You've got leaders who feel like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. On one hand, you're wrestling every single day with these mission-critical legacy databases. Your SQL servers, your Oracles, they're workhorses for sure, but man, they can be slow and rigid. And on the other hand, you're trying to jump into the modern world of BI and AI, but it just turns into chaos because the foundation isn't there. It's a total catch-22.
Now, being stuck in the middle like this is not just some theoretical problem. It shows up in very real ways. We're talking performance bottlenecks that grind everything to a halt, costs that just keep spiraling, and you end up with these teams of specialists who can't even speak the same language. Your legacy team and your AI team are in different worlds. And that middle ground, that's where your competitive advantage goes to die.
So, this is where Zat Systems comes into the picture. They call themselves a comprehensive data services consultancy. But what does that really mean? Well, their promise is actually pretty simple and powerful. They're basically saying, we'll manage your entire data journey from that old legacy core all the way to your AI future. They're not just there to patch old problems or build something new from scratch. They're there to manage the whole transition.
So you might be thinking, okay, but how's that different from other consultants? Well, the market is pretty much flooded with niche specialists, right? You've got the legacy database guys, total wizards at keeping a 20-year-old system humming. And then you've got the modern AI guys who can talk your ear off about the latest cloud architecture. The problem is, they almost never understand each other's world.
And that is the absolute key differentiator. Zat Systems steps in as the single, full-stack partner. They've got the deep in-the-weeds expertise to tune up that old SQL database and the forward-thinking vision to design your brand new AI architecture. Because they cover the whole spectrum, you're not stuck trying to hire two different companies to solve what is, at its heart, one single connected problem. This all leads to something the company calls the light bulb moment. It's that point in a conversation where a client who's been wrestling with this divide for years suddenly sees a way through the mess. It's this incredible moment of clarity and, honestly, relief. In that moment, it sounds a little something like this. This quote just says it all. You can just feel the weight lift off their shoulders. It's that realization that you don't have to explain the legacy pain to the AI team or the AI vision to the legacy team anymore. It's just relief. Finding someone who gets the whole messy, complicated picture from start to finish.
So a light bulb moment is fantastic, but what does it actually lead to? What are the real business outcomes here? Well, it's not just about solving a technical issue. It's about a complete transformation. It's about turning your biggest data headache into your single greatest asset.
Zat Systems really breaks this down into two core transformations. First, they take that data bottleneck, the slow, complex infrastructure, and they turn it into a genuine data powerhouse, a secure, high-performance asset that actually pushes the business forward. And then they tackle the other side of the coin. They take all that data chaos and turn it into business clarity. That means building the pipelines and BI systems you need to turn all that messy, siloed info into a single source of truth you can actually use to make decisions.
And the message here becomes very, very direct. It's basically saying, look, stop the constant struggle. Stop putting patches on broken systems. Stop fighting with siloed data. And stop just accepting that slow performance is how it has to be. The goal isn't just better tech. It's to give leaders like you the confidence and the clarity you need to make the right calls. And it all comes down to this. The final step is to go from just understanding the problem to actually doing something about it. It's about starting that process of turning these deep, frustrating data challenges into a real, tangible, and frankly powerful competitive advantage.